What's happening, Pixar fans? Dan Taylor from danthepixarfan.com back once again, and for today's video I decided to go into my archives to mix things up a little bit and share some Mattel Toy Story figures from 2009. So come on everyone, let's go back in time. These are part of the Toys R Us exclusive Toy Story movie collectibles line and are an assortment of 4-inch scale articulated figures geared toward collectors that includes 8 characters: Bug-Face Buzz Lightyear, Rocky Gibraltar, Jingle Joe, and Cereal Dunk Woody as seen here, and then regular Sheriff Woody, regular Buzz Lightyear, Ham, and Bo Peep, which I never ended up purchasing for whatever reason. I feel like probably at the time my mindset was just to get the 4 I have here since they were the more unique ones, but now I obviously have collector regret and should have just gotten all of them back over a decade ago. Speaking of unique, that's exactly why I love this particular line so much. I mean, Bug-Face Buzz Lightyear, Cereal Dunk Woody, like, those aren't just scene specific, those are moment specific. No Toy Story line before or after this one has ever included either of those character variants. Plus, this line has the only officially released toy of Jingle Joe out there, and as we all know, there have been very few Rocky toys made, so that was obviously a must grab. And here he is out of the box, and how cool does this look? I mean, really though, it's actually pretty funny. We got the weird bug splat there, which is totally right out of the film. His helmet can be opened like so. And look at his face, it's that classic blank stare that Buzz gives Woody during this moment in the film when Buzz climbs into the van at the gas station after hitching a ride, realizing what Woody had actually done to him. Buzz has articulation in his legs, his knees, his arms, his wrists, his elbows, at his waist, and his head, which I failed to demonstrate here, so basically everywhere minus his ankles. No Andy on the bottom of the foot here. He stands well on his own without any balance issues. The paint is also really well done. Notice they accurately kind of dirtied him up a little bit with some smudges on his torso. He measures just under 4 inches tall and is a super awesome and very unique figure overall. Next up is Rocky, and he looks equally outstanding. Oh, and I also have to praise the packaging for a second. I love how you can tell Mattel really geared it toward collectors. The whole presentation is solid, and I dig that they're in a unique bubble and not just on a blister card. And notice how each one has a really neat scene-specific backdrop behind the figure. Like, if you notice, the background for Buzz was the inside of Andy's van, Rocky here has Andy's room, Jingle Joe has Sid's hallway leading to his room, and Woody's background is Sid's room itself. And here's the figure out of the box. He has some good articulation, ball jointed shoulders, the elbows, legs, ankles, no movement in the wrists or waist, but his head can rotate 360 degrees. The figure stands at right about 3.5 inches tall, so yeah, obviously that's not even remotely close to movie scale, but I had to mention it. This one is much smaller than even this year's Mattel Rocky, which I reviewed not too long ago here on my channel. This was the first ever Rocky I ever picked up for my collection, so there are some good memories associated with it for me, but it is an amazing Rocky figure overall. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend picking it up, but it does sell unfortunately now for over $200 or $300 on eBay. Now diving into Jingle Joe here, is this not an incredibly unique figure, guys? Considering that this is the only official toy ever made of this character, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, I'd say that this is incredibly unique, and extremely hard to come by now, unless you're willing to pay like over $200 for him, unfortunately. Even though he's very small in scale compared to the movie version, his likeness is basically perfect. The character of Jingle Joe in the film, obviously one of Sid's mutant toys, is a combination of a Melody push toy inspired base, a Combat Carl head, and a Mickey arm and hand that makes up this overall creepy, mismatched toy. As far as articulation, the Mickey arm can move up and down, the hand can also rotate all the way around, the push toy base can spin, be rotated just like in the film, no jingle sounds though, and the cute little nursery rhyme looking art print is literally straight out of the film with 100% accuracy. I wonder if Mattel received the original file from Pixar or if the design was just recreated to look just like it. It is a paper sticker, so you can see the little lip there where it connects, but as long as you're not like rolling him around and playing with this too much, he'll be fine. Again, I failed to demonstrate it here when I did this recording, but his head can be rotated 360 degrees. It's also great that he can stand well on his own thanks to the arm and hand that you can pull down for support. Overall, I've always been so impressed with this figure and feel so lucky to have it in my collection. I can't recommend it enough if you're able to get your hands on one. And last but certainly not least, we have Cereal Dunk Woody here, directly from literally a 3-second moment from the original Toy Story, just like Bug-Face Buzz. I live for figures like this that are so specific to a scene or a moment. I just wish that we would get more of them these days. This is probably easily one of my favorite Toy Story figures ever, to be honest. It's such a clever idea for a collectible figure that obviously had us diehard Toy Story fans and collectors in mind. I know Mattel's Spotlight series is coming, featuring premium figures for collectors, but there's just something about the old days of Toy Story collecting that just can't be beat. Especially this era of like 2009 leading to Toy Story 3 when the hype was so real, and then when Toy Story 3 dropped and all the new merch and signature collections. Oh man, such great memories. What a time to be a Toy Story fan it was, right? So here's Woody out of the package. His hat can be removed. The Fruit Loops on his eyes are the exact right colors and placement as they should be, and Mattel didn't forget the magnifying glass burn mark detail on Woody's forehead. It's all just too cool, guys, seriously. With his hat on, Woody stands close to 4.5 inches tall, and as far as articulation, he has less of it compared to the others. His head can be rotated, his arms up and down, his legs and boots can be rotated, but that's really it. Nothing in the elbows, wrists, waist, or knees, but he's solid and can stand up on his own without any issues. No Andy written on the bottom of his boot, as you can see, but overall, what an absolutely phenomenal and creative figure. Well, that's it for this review, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed this blast from the past. Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if this brought back any fun memories of the good old days toy shopping at Toys R Us. If you did enjoy this unboxing, please consider subscribing for more Pixar merch reviews just like this from my personal collection every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications, find me all over social media, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys.